everybody. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Today, if you can't already tell, I am in the forest and there's beautiful views over there. We are up in the mountains and I've got on my best foraging fit. I've got the lamb. I found this rock in the ocean, I think in California, and I put some wire wrap around it to make it look like a moon, and of course I still have my bear. And then got on, I think these are capris because they're kind of cropped, and then I've got on my hiking shoes. But today we are foraging. Right now I am in the midst of so many huckleberries. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you, because this is a very large patch. So here's the dirt road. I don't think it's a Forest Service road. I think it's probably an old logging road though. And pretty much all along this road for miles and miles, right as you start to go up these embankments, there's huckleberries everywhere. So this one is pretty steep, so less people come up here, but I did see some footsteps, so I think some people have been up here in the last few days or weeks. But it looks like these berries, at least these ones, aren't doing too well. It looks like maybe the sun affected them a little bit, but I can see over there the berries are blacker and they are bigger. Oh, and that's my bag. I'm gonna put that on. But there's my little foraging basket, and let me know if you guys can see all the little blueberries. Do you see them? Like right there and there. So right now, all these plants you're looking at, these are all huckleberries. This is a huge, huge patch. It's all over here. See the berries? But they're everywhere. And there's little pathways. There's little pathways. And oh wow, these new iPhones kind of suck because they're in and out of focus all the time. Alright, so some of these bushes are not as good. This one's pretty good. This is a nice black huckleberry. So that berry has become tiny and kind of shriveled, and that one is not doing very well. But then over here, look at this nice black one. So this one's nice, and then if they're still red, you don't really want to pick them, but this one's pretty good. And then over here you can see this one's green, so this one probably will continue to grow, and that's why it's good to hand pick them. See the little green berries, because these ones look pretty good, while the other ones on the bush still need time. And it's very interesting, these look like the same species to me, but the color varies a lot. He keeps coming. These are actually service berries. These berries, they start like green and then they go red and then eventually blue. And I found them all over the place, near where I live, everywhere in the Pacific Northwest. But the ones I've tried are not very good, although people say that they are sweet and some are sweeter than others. But the ones I've found tend to be very earthy. And then beware of this plant when you are huckleberry picking, because there are thin thorns, if you can see, and then there's these thicker thorns, and these are, well, these will become rose hips. I'm not sure like what you would call it, just like a rose plant. I'm not sure like the scientific name, but this plant will make rose hips, kind of like the bulb over there, and those can be harvested. I think they're better harvested in the fall. It's a bunch of rose plants. The other day I got a bunch of needles stuck in my hand. That was not fun. Oh, and I've got this cool bracelet made of vintage buttons that I got at the farmer's market. So that's cool. But I do have bear spray. Where's it? Some over here. But I still see lots of green ones that may or may not make it. Because sometimes they never grow. Look at this bush. Absolutely full and very big berries, although it looks like these guys do need a little bit more time. Ooh, look at this beautiful pink one. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, I think this bee or whatever it is mad. But yeah, these are huge. Those are still sour, and even though there's so many, I wouldn't want to pick these all because they're just not at their full potential. Same thing over here. This camera is really gonna annoy me. It doesn't autofocus. Like, why? Still too red. Yeah, they're still pretty sour. Like, this one's definitely ready. These will be thimbleberries, or they are thimbleberries. They're just not ripe yet. They have these big maple-like leaves. My camera. There we go. These big maple-like leaves, and then they have these. So these were flowers, and then now they have berries coming out, and these will be ripe once they're red, but they're all pretty white. Alright, I'm in another spot. But again, these kind of look like blueberries because they're waxy blue. But here's some thimbleberries that are ripe. They taste like raspberries, but I think they taste a little better. But these ones kind of have some bad spots. That's okay. It's got so much flavor, so much more than a raspberry. I'm going to put the camera down. And whether these are huckleberries or blueberries, I guess I'll pick them because there's a lot and they taste good. So. Some more over here. See that? That's the plant. They can grow very tall. There's so many, and so I'm just choosing to not pick all of them. It's a beautiful day. Just getting some berries. Tree. Tree tapping. Tree tapping, tree tapping, tree tapping. I just realized that when I took my phone off the tripod, I left like the transmitter or receiver, I don't know which is which. So part of my mic, so it wasn't plugged into my phone, so when I was camera tapping, I did have the iPhone mic on. But I'm gonna camera tap while I have my mic. You tell me which is better. Kind of disorienting because of the zoom, the constant zoom. There's still so many berries that I missed or just decided not to pick because some of them just aren't the best. But also, there's just too many. And that bird really has something to say. I'm gonna call it for the day. I have my basket full of these blueberries. Don't know if you can hear that. Lots of blueberries. And then I have this little acorn full of the few huckleberries that we found. And these ones are like a reddish color. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And it was a little chaotic at times, but let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. And have a good day or night.